Hello, I'm Marcus Tomlinson, founder of the Mindset Revolution, and today I'd like to talk to you about mindset mantras. The purpose of this is to help you retrain, reprogram your brain, your mindset, so that it's thinking about the things that add value to your life. So it's helping you achieve your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. It can change your personality, should I say. Depending on what you think about the most, then that's what you're going to manifest in your life. This is how we teach on most of our learnings on our programs. I'd like you to embrace the thought that you are absolutely what you think about the most. Essentially, what's happening in our brains every single day, and it's how you learned everything, even when you were a child, if you think back, is we repeat thoughts and processes which reinforce embedded thinking, embedded programs, embedded mindsets, which in the main is really great. It helps us learn all sorts of things. Maybe you'd like to think about when you first started driving a car, if you drive, or if you remember that far, even learning to walk. These are repeated processes that we might not find easy at first or doable, but we repeat them often enough and they become second nature. So if those of you can remember getting behind the front wheel of a car and all of a sudden, if you had to do something with a clutch and press one button and steer and be aware of maybe a gear stick, and there was so many things going on. How could I possibly do all this stuff? But you learnt again and again, and you repeated processes so that at some point it becomes almost automatic. Not that I'm saying you should ever do this, but now you can probably drive along and eat a sandwich and not use your phone or anything like that. Genuinely don't even think that's a thing. But you just almost don't have to think about the processes of driving the car. Your autonomic nervous system has adapted these processes. And that's what we do with almost every learning. And so it is with positive and negative thinking, with personality traits. The more we reinforce the belief that we do something badly or well, the more it becomes a reality. You are genuinely what you think about the most. So, how can we reframe thinking, reprogram our brains so that they're absolutely rocking us through life as often as possible? Well, you'll have heard of things maybe like affirmations, which I quite like. Mindset mantras are just a variation on that, where you're going to choose a statement which identifies a future new positive outcome. Think about it often enough so that it goes into your conscious mind, permeates into your subconscious, and that becomes the new default you to inspire real world actions and real world outcomes. Now, I give a word of caution because some people, I think, get the wrong end of the stick with mindset mantras, and they go, well, hang on, you can't just say positive stuff and it's going to be a reality. And you're right. That's positive nonsense. Just thinking positively and thinking, yeah, that's going to change my world, in and of itself, I don't think is helpful or going to work. So let me just clarify how this works. Imagine I look outside of my window. I'd love to have a nice garden there. It's full of weeds and it's overgrown. I could sit here going, my mindset mantra is, there are no weeds. There are no weeds. There are no weeds. It's going to be weeds. There's always going to be weeds. That's not helpful. It isn't going to change anything. That's wishful positive thinking. What mindset mantras are about is identifying the truth of the future reality you really desire, and then reinforcing a statement in the mind to help get you to that future reality. So the future reality in the garden analogy, you don't want no weeds probably, because that would mean you've got a patch of dirt. And so that's not the thing. What is the thing? What do you really want out there? The chances are you want maybe a nice garden. You might want some nice grass or some flowers or a path or a water feature. And that also is good, but what about the feelings around that as well? So you might want to be, laid on a nice recliner in a sunny day, having a drink, reading a book in a beautiful surroundings. That's a real outcome that you could get behind. Or you might be having friends over, having a barbecue. So you create this future image which best describes the reality you want to attain. So if it was to have a beautiful garden with some green grass and a water feature and some red roses, and that's what you want, you've got to picture an image. So your mindset mantra would be something along the lines of, I have a beautiful garden with some red roses and some lush green grass and whatever else. And you visualize that super powerfully and you attach an emotion to it. We talk more about this in How to Set Goals, another video you can watch. And this starts a process where your brain hears this affirmation, this clear instruction about a future that obviously does not yet exist, but it gets behind it. It feels what you want and starts to inspire you to take real-world actions to go out and either get a gardener or go and do the weeding yourself or go and buy the stuff that you need, because it changes your feeling about the whole process. Now, it also works for things like changing your personality. So, for example, if you were to say, hey, I'm always late, I'm the person who's always late, I just can't help being late, and you then said, okay, well, I'll do a mindset mantra, I am not late, I am not late, I am not late. What are you hearing at the end of that? What's the strongest thing you pick up on is late. The word's still there. So the words we use are really important. The better mantra in this case might be, I am always on time. I am always on time. I am always on time. And you're creating a new future version of the real outcome you want. So choose powerfully, choose the outcome that you really want, and then say the mindset mantra as many times as you can a day. How many times I hear you cry? Well, think of it this way. If you said, I'm going to be on time as your new thing, and you said it 10 times in the morning, you just repeated it 10 times, that's a great start. If you then go around the whole of the rest of the day going, yeah, but I'm late though. Yeah, but I'm the guy who's always late. Yeah, shame I'm always late. Then of course, whichever you think about the most wins. I have mentioned before, you are what you think about the most. So if you genuinely want to bring about positive change in your life, get behind it, make some effort, say the mantra or mantras as many times as humanly possible. Saturate your inner being, your mindset, your conscious and your subconscious with the new version of what you really desire. Then the change will happen, and it will happen quickly. Whatever you think about the most. So I say to some people, you kind of get up in the morning and say it as soon as you possibly can. I am always on time. I'm walking to the loo. I'm always on time. I'm going to the loo. I'm always on time. I'm having some fun with it. It doesn't have to be deadly serious. This is reprogramming your brain. And if you do it with a smile on your face, then you're much more likely to get there. You're walking back, you're washing your hands. I am always on time. I don't know why I'm singing, it just feels good. I don't care. You're getting in the car, you're going to work, you're on the train. Maybe you can't say it out loud, but you're thinking it. Absolutely saturate every moment you can for as long as you can. And your brain will go, okay, I hear you. You want to be on time? Right, I'm going to make sure you get there 5 minutes early from now on. You can apply this to so many scenarios, and just like you've learned everything else in your life, you will develop new positive habits. Your mindset will change, and you'll become the new, better, more improved version of yourself. If you'd like some more information, then obviously reach out to us at themindsetrevolution.org, and we'll be delighted to help. In the meantime, have a fantastic, marvelous day, and do your mantras.